Hi guys, good evening and welcome back once again to the EdWord. I'm your host Eddie, and in tonight's video I'll be discussing what I thought of the latest and very shocking episode of The Boys. It dropped a new episode yesterday. I finally had a chance to watch it earlier tonight. Really liked it, and I'm very intrigued as to where they are heading for their final 2 episodes of the final season. Now, before I go on, of course, please be warned, this is a spoiler-filled review, so if you're not caught up on The Boys by the latest episode, which is episode 6 of Season 5, you don't want to keep watching or listening, as I will be discussing spoilers. That being said, you have been warned. Let's dive right back into it. First and foremost, wowza, what an episode. Things sort of came to a head where it was kind of a race against time, where our heroes and our villains were in a race to see who could get their hands on V1, the drug that would make whoever takes it immortal. Our heroes, the boys, were out to destroy it before Homelander could get his grips on it. Unfortunately, Soldier Boy willingly gave it to him after getting it from Bombsight. And now Homelander will seemingly live forever, being immortal. Uh-oh. And even Butcher was like, run. And you know things are especially bad when even Sage, the smartest person on the planet, when even she goes, I don't understand. I thought he would kill him and then he wouldn't give him the serum. Even she was surprised. And you're just like, uh-oh. Things just went from bad to worse like that. So there's a couple of things to consider. Well, I'll get to that in a minute. Let me just tell you what I thought of this episode overall. Paul Reiser was awesome and hilarious as the sleazy Hollywood producer for Vought. The fact that he was working in a movie theater, disgraced and stripped of all his wealth, was pretty damn funny and ironic. The stuff with Huey and Annie was sweet. The scene with Annie, Huey, and O-Father was great as well, too. It'll be curious to see if that releasing the virus plan will still work. It still might kill all the soups in that church. It just won't necessarily kill Homelander, or will it? And then I liked the stuff between Frenchie and Kimiko, accepting that their doomed love affair, or accepting that Kimiko and Annie have decided that they don't want to die, but they know that they must in order for this plan to work. At least I think that's what the conclusion Kimiko and Frenchie came to. Overall, this was a great episode. Sorry to see the Black Noir go again, but this time I think he's dead for real. Well, he was dead for real already when Homelander killed him a few seasons ago. This actor, this guy, the guy playing him, this actor is also now dead. So now they're without Black Noir. Now, what was interesting about this episode is that it turns out Soldier Boy could take away Bombsight's immortality and powers by exposing him to his radioactive chest. Arguably, in theory, could Soldier Boy do the same thing to Homelander, even though he's seemingly taken the V1? Could he take away his immortality and his powers as well, too, if he were so prompted or chose to? Maybe. Something could happen in the next 2 episodes that might make Soldier Boy think, yeah, you know what, it was a mistake giving this asshole the V1. Fuck it, I'm going to kill him after all. It's possible. Or there's another chance that Bombsight didn't actually have the V1 on him, that he gave them something like a placebo kind of serum in its place, and he actually didn't have the V1, he just had something like it. Although that kind of seems unlikely because he was still a young man when we saw him, instead of him appearing in that crappy movie, we saw him, or that advertisement, we saw him appear as a young man still. So that probably really was the V1, which means Homelander now has it, which I'm like, fuck. How are they going to kill him? Or is that virus still going to work? Will it be strong enough to kill a now immortal Homelander? I don't know. But things aren't over yet. Things aren't set in stone yet. We still have 2 more episodes left, and as we have clearly seen, a lot can happen in one episode. So we've got next week's episode, and then the week after that is the big series finale. Will Butcher and the boys finally destroy and end Homelander once and for all? Or will Homelander rule the planet forever and finally putting an end to our heroes once and for all? We'll have to watch the next 2 episodes to find out. Not being familiar with the comics at all, I have no idea where they're going with this, what direction they're going to tell, if they're following the comics at all or not. I don't know, but I am along for the ride. I've been this invested from the beginning, so now I'm very invested to see what happens next with this story. Was that the V1? Did Homelander actually take it, or was it something that Bombsight had on him just to get Golden Geisha back, or was that really the V1 and Homelander truly is immortal now? And I don't know. And now Homelander knows Sage betrayed him, so he'll be out to kill her as well. And even she was surprised with Soldier Boy's decision, which speaks volumes, because she usually is able to predict people's behavior or act on their own self-interest. So I don't know, all these questions, and I guess we're going to find out in the next 2 episodes, and we'll see what happens then. But I'm very excited for it, and I'm not willing to give up hope just yet, because Huey had an excellent point in this episode. If you don't have hope, what do you have? Nothing. So it was a great episode. Paul Reiser was hilarious and nasty, and everybody did a great job. I really liked the storyline. The fight between Soldier Boy and Bombsight was pretty cool. I was also shocked with Soldier Boy's decision, but it also made sense that if he truly loves Stormfront, he would do what she would have wanted. And what she wanted was an ultra superior master race of supes reigning over Earth, preferably blonde, blue-eyed, white supes, because she was, after all, a Nazi. And it seems like Soldier Boy saw her dream fulfilled by giving the V1 to Homelander, and now he's seemingly a god. As if he wasn't a god already, but now it's official. Or is it? Only time will tell. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode as much as I did. What did you think of it? I'd love to hear your thoughts and feelings on it down below in the comments section. Have a wonderful rest of your night. The Boys has 2 more episodes left in its final season, and we'll see what happens. All right, guys, have a great rest of your night. Thanks for watching, and of course, until next time, may the Force be with you.